Hi guys, welcome to another video at Moving Estates. Today's video is voted by you, the viewers. Traditional or new build, what to buy? In regards to new build, there are fabulous options that you can have. You can spec up your flat according to how you want it to look and feel. The greatest attribute about a new build purchase, in my opinion, is that you physically just go in, you literally drop your suitcase, and you can start living in that property pretty much immediately. The lifestyle of a new build, in comparison to a traditional, is that it attracts the younger generation with the riverfronts, the courtyard terraces, the gardens, as well as the gymnasiums and the spas in and around the local vicinity of the area of the build, as well as the parks which are locally situated around the new build and the local amenities. All these things make it an ease of access for the new builds and the buyers who are residing in the properties. Newer build properties generally consume far less energy, and having so in reducing your bills when purchasing a new build property. Build properties offer a help to buy scheme where a buyer who is saving and doesn't have the budget to buy a property outright can use the government scheme in order to help them in order to buy a property. This then enables them to get onto the property ladder far sooner than they would have expected, as well as getting a property with little or no work to be required to be done, and for them to move in immediately, which is a great incentive for buyers to use the help to buy scheme as well as get on the property ladder from the get-go. It's a great investment to buy off plan. When buying off plan, you will buy at an early stage when the development has just been launched, and you will receive a great residual value when the property is erected and tenants and buyers have moved into the property. So it's great time for an early investor, or as well as a couple looking to buy their first home, where they can buy off plan and plan ahead until the property is completed. When buying off plan, it could be a great investment for an investor to pick up a property and buy off plan early on when the developer has just launched. He or she will get a great residual value once the property has been built up and completed for tenants and buyers to move into the property. Along with this is a great opportunity for first-time buyers or couples who are looking at buying a property early on and planning ahead, because it gives them that flexibility to do so, because the property is bought off plan and you have another 12 months or 18 months in order to work up to completion on your property. So therefore you can then focus on other important things in life. New builds generally have a great location. When purchasing your property, definitely negotiate with your stamp duty, your furniture pack. Usually this is included in some cases, as well as your legal fees and mortgage advisor fees are covered by the developer. So try to get the best deal you can when moving into a new build. On to traditional homes. A lot of you do know the differences, but I'm just going to outline a few things with what I have picked up on a traditional buy compared to a new build. So let's just go into it. I always feel when buying a traditional home, you get a lot of more space, you get a lot more scope, you get the option to extend or do a loft, whereas with the new build flats, definitely there's no options there. However, on your new build homes that you do buy, there may be some scope there for some sort of extension of some sort if you are able to do so. But I always felt with the traditional, you do get a generally larger space of living area when purchasing. You usually do get a long-term better appreciation when buying a traditional home, I would say. Homes do keep their value a lot stronger. However, if you do get a good located new build, there's no reason why you can't even double in your appreciation over the next 5 to 10 years that I have seen in some cases. But generally speaking, homes usually do keep their value and usually do have a great increment in price over the years. With the lease extensions, because you're buying a traditional, it's practically freehold. If you did buy a traditional flat, the lease extensions on a new build would be a lot longer, and considering their new build, they usually start from 999 year lease, which is practically freehold. Whereas with an older lease, it can be dragged out. You can try and get a lease extension done, but the developer or the management company can drag this out quite significantly and charge you an arm and a leg. So that's something to look out for on older flats when purchasing. Ensure the lease is a good lease and it's a long lease. Funding can sometimes be harder on these new builds compared to a traditional. Why? Is because there's not much comparables out there on what it's worth. So the banks usually down value it with the surveyor going through and down valuing the unit. So this is important that you are aware of this when purchasing a new build, that there is good comparables out there in order to get the property assessed for the right value and then get your mortgage in order to buy the property. So in the traditional side, this is a lot easier because there's plenty of comparables available, but on the new builds, sometimes you're buying earlier on, and that could be a last point. Is when negotiating, you do usually have a bit more leeway when it comes to traditional homes, because it's older. You can then negotiate on things that need to be redone in the property, and you generally do get usually a better discount compared to a new build, where the developers usually stick to their prices because they believe in their product and have to hit targets. There it is, guys. There is my review on traditional and new build. It's totally up to you. There is no right answer to this, guys. If you do need any more advice on what decision to make, please do get in touch. I'll be more than happy to guide you and help you and advise you on what things to look out for in more greater detail. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next one.